Sure.
Sure.
Okay then, so you're on the beach. Curtis is leaving with his dog. What do? What's the next move?
I mean, we could just try searching the other murder sites.
Maybe pick up a clue from there. I suppose we don't have any leads.
Yeah, I mean, other than the whole dark rainbows thingy, but maybe it's a lead.
I mean, if we could, we could enlist Sly in return for fast food.
I'm really trying to keep him on a diet.
I mean, if he could, if he has a lot of physical activity, then
I mean, if you give him, do you know how many calories are in booze? Just stop boozing him up.
Ooh, that's a harder thing to do. But I do think that yes. Actually,
Sly
Hold
botches on breaking into McDonald's.
no.
Oh.
Does he just slam into one of the fucking windows and it's like,
Sure. And they take him to a fucking pound, probably, while he's still stunned.
No, that was pretty quick. Usually people look at, oh, that's a hurt bird. Take it in, pet it, make it nice. Oh yeah, this is World of Darkness. Never mind.
I mean, it's also a fucking tropical bird, so those usually don't run around freely, so they probably assume it escaped.
Demi, roll a luck die for the sake of Sly.
But no.
Okay, he's at the
Average.
pound.
Okay, now I do not want to question what was won then.
I mean, in a pound, pretending to be an animal, he can get out relatively easily. That's more of a, fuck, for him than a, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I think it's locked.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Your Chinese food place. Oh no.
Oof!
Oh no.
Fresh chicken wings!
God damn it.
Demi, that's on stream now. What the fuck?
Wait, it does exist, by the way. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't, and we're not gonna look it up. We're fucking recording, you fucker!
Look, it's on YouTube, so it's not illegal, but it's probably demonetized, so that's your risk.
Wow, good. I mean, I didn't know you were into that stuff.
Okay. It's probably long enough.
What I was gonna say before, though, is like, we're presuming it's some supernatural, right? Now, what do you guys think is the most plausible thing here?
Demi, I have an aside, actually, out of character, that I would like to raise before we continue with this. As per Craft's comment, Demi, you were the chosen one, Demi. You were supposed to increase the ad revenue, not decrease it.
I got some ads. Don't worry. I'll repair relations.
Okay, so back to the scene I so rudely interrupted.
Cunt.
I mean, we could brainstorm about supernaturals, but
If you want to try and figure out what it could be, you can make a group. Intelligence occult. roll
Someone's
to
leading.
kind of, brainstorm essentially.
Ideally, I would want to study that not on a beach and with the help of my library.
Well, yeah, but you can take a half hour to discuss among yourselves to see what you can think of, on the
Right
spot,
now.
and then.
Yeah, okay, then I lead, I guess, intelligence support.
Mhm.
Think tank. Let's do this.
What's the difficulty, and does it determined by a call?
Um, Not in this case. I'm gonna say that it's a 6, but that's because it's gonna depend on. Like, you're trying to get a broad overview of everything it could be. And the more success you get, the more precise the information and the more of all the possible options you'll get, essentially.
Yeah,
+2.
I'll spend a point of willpower.
So that's 4 successes already. Go, leader.
Unless he botches.
That's
So we have
8
9.
successes.
I
Uh,
won't
nine.
roll. If I botch, it decreases the successes, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm not gonna roll.
Dasha, while you're discussing, meanwhile has drifted down when there's break in conversation. She just says, "By the way, I'm so proud of you. You didn't shoot anyone this time."
When the fuck did she get here?
You've been already talking at that point for 5-10 minutes.
Okay, fair.
Like the kid went walking past me, I assume you had your talk, right?
Yeah,
Okay, he cool?
he's cool.
Okay. Okay, so 9 successes. Werewolves or were-tigers, definitely an option. It sounds like this is something that essentially can either dematerialize or teleport or otherwise change form in some way to make passage very easy for it. So if it was, say, a were-tiger that had awakened to being a were-creature, and with this many success you would know the possibility of them having lived the first part of their life as an animal, that would definitely explain it. It could have just stepped sideways and walked out of there and started, killing the horrible, polluting humans that were keeping it prisoner. Changelings, definitely. You definitely know that there are changeling magics that can change shape and size. So it could be something that is either using the dreaming to travel, or is transporting the tiger with it. Maybe even it's, transforming itself and the tiger into something small as it's traveling. Mages, again, capable of transforming things. Vampires, if it's the actual tiger, that's a little less likely because they're bringing it with them, and that would be hard. So unless they somehow manage to smuggle in a Tremere paired mirror thing in there, it's probably not a vampire, because that would mean it would have to essentially be a powerful thaumaturge who's also good at handling animals, and that's a why here, why bother? That's not very plausible.
Yeah.
Other than that, it could be some wraith bullshit, because they can definitely travel unseen, though you don't necessarily know much about that, and again, you're pretty sure it's only sentient souls that really get to be wraiths, or at least stay as wraiths for long enough to learn how to manifest. Other than that, you do know that there's a house of demons that is tended towards nature, and they probably would be able to mimic the shape of a tiger, or maybe they have possessed a tiger as a vessel, which is kind of guesswork. You wouldn't necessarily know if that's possible to possess an animal like that. You would know that it's probably possible for people and idols. Animals, kind of, gray area. It most likely would burn through the animal's soul pretty quickly, and the tiger has lasted 4 weeks, so again, less likely. So changelings, mages, and were creatures are probably the most likely, because all of those have relatively easy ways or relatively known ways to both travel without notice and transform relatively easily. Other than that, the rainbow stuff kind of suggests a tie to the dreaming, but at the same time, changelings naturally have a connection to that, but weird creatures and mages can both travel between realms if they have the right skills. Weird creatures well, all of them can. And mages can, well, they can learn it. So, generally speaking, in terms of power levels, would be a basic bitchware creature. For changelings and mages, it would have to be someone who either has the right skills or a decent bit of experience. You're looking at someone who's comparable to like an ancillary level or approaching it, to put it in vampire terms.
Yeah, huh.
So,
if we were to add motive in, I don't think any mage would really have a motive to just let loose a tiger.
this has created a lot of fear, and mages, you would know, are able to harness temporary wellsprings of emotion for power. It could be farming emotions. Like, yeah, that's like a rundown, but you have enough success, so if any of you have questions, if that falls within the scope of what I'm willing to give you for this, I'll answer them.
Huh.
Now, here's a good question. Do any of you have good questions?
And we don't have that many leads to follow up on, is the problem. Like, the
Okay.
rainbow stuff is all we saw. That was really...
Well, if it's a mage, it probably needs... Like, it might be doing a ritual killing with the tiger, but if it's harvesting stuff, if you get to a fresh scene, and probably within hours of it being killed, like when the first responders are getting there and people are reacting to the fresh killing, you might be able to discover some symbols or whatever it's using to siphon the power off.
Yeah.
If it's a were creature that's using the dreaming, then it's... If it's like a tiger that just realized it's a were creature, it probably won't be compelled to come to the call of a fledgling gangrel, but it will hear and understand it.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually related to the glasses that Solomon has. With that he can see changelings, right? But do we have any guesses or anything on how that would interact with any of the what we've seen, the rainbows, maybe werewolves, or anything, and mages?
Well, Solomon has them on him, or he's wearing them, I'm presuming. So he
Yeah.
has been, ever since that happened, like, he has seen several half-formed chimera born of people's, emotions or dreams while moving through the city. So he can definitely see chimerical reality.
How did werewolves appear to him?
Don't think
Like-
we've seen any since.
I
Oh,
think you
right,
had
you
those
did.
we have when we were shooting them
Yeah,
up.
but Bill was wearing them back then.
It was subtle, but I'm gonna say you could see like a faint glimmer in their eyes, like there was just a reflection of moonlight behind them. Like you could see some of the charge of their spiritual energy. So if they have gnosis, especially if they have a lot, and you are close enough to, like look them in the eye, you can probably tell them for what they are. Also, if it's a new were creature, it probably doesn't know how to speak human yet. So if there's just some random dude that isn't really speaking, it's just watching from a distance, you might be able to identify it indirectly. And werewolves obviously also have an aura that you can pick up with aspects.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, they don't have a strong enough connection to dreaming to light up the way changelings would. Because their alternate forms aren't really born of the dreaming, for example, but like the ones you saw, it's kind of hard to guess, but they didn't seem to be that old or that experienced. So, ones that had a lot of spiritual power, especially if it's from the animal kingdom, it would probably have a greater connection to nature. They would probably have more obvious signs about their, spiritual oomph, even without aspects running to detect it. But, it's still gonna be a roll to detect if that ends up being the case.
Yeah.
So basically, we're back to square zero.
Not quite.
We just need to wait until next murder.
Or you could go to previous ones and see if you find any ritual markings in the meantime.
Yeah,
It will at least allow you to rule out a mage, possibly.
yeah, we can do that
Because
while we wait for the next murder.
yeah, if it's if it's siphoning off power from this, generally if a mage is powerful enough not to need some ritual bullshit to do this, they don't need to harvest power in such an obvious way either. Usually. Unless they're working on a really big project. Actually, no, you have 9 successes. Yeah, the really powerful ones can just melt people down. They don't need to use crude methods like this. Someone just goes missing and everyone forgets they ever existed.
Mean.
But yeah, we can check the places to maybe rule mages out, and maybe we get lucky and there will be a killing tomorrow. Or soon, anyway.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So, you had several killings, some of them in more isolated areas, some of them in closer in. So since you're looking for places where it had the opportunity to do stuff, rather than being interrupted, the motel is probably ruled out immediately because you didn't have the time to really do a lot of stuff there and you searched it pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, so the more isolated places.
I think there was an alleyway I mentioned and right on the outskirts of the city in like scrubland or something. So of those, which one you would like to go to first?
Do you guys have any preference?
I'd say the alleyway.
Do we know which one was the closest? That happened the most recent?
It has been steadily working in towards the center of the town, more people places, as it potentially gains confidence or something. So the alleyway is probably more recent. Also more likely to have been cleaned up. Because it's in the city.
It's also closer, location-wise, though.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's like a 5-minute walk from here. It's not a big town.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to not check it out first, then.
Okay, so going there. Alright, give me a perception investigation roll.
Auspex helps for this, right?
Yes, definitely. You're trying to detect any hidden sigils, ritual markings, etc., etc., etc.
Higher difficulty if it's alertness.
+2 if you're using alertness.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably been a while, so I'm not gonna give you a debuff for the classes. Not in this case. Just your aspects. It's for something else. Okay, Demi. You still need to roll. Perception investigation or perception
He's
alertness.
not back yet.
He's not? What a fucking loser. Okay. So. The alleyway is. You can see places where blood had soaked into the pavement. Far enough to have not come out under, just the usual hose down. And they didn't really scrub it that hard. So this is definitely the place. You, Solomon, you don't necessarily find anything. You, Jackal, or you find some blood splatters in a few random places, which you like if a tiger tackled someone and just started chewing on their chest, you don't expect the blood would be that high. It's like at head height, like little droplets caught between, like, in the binding between a couple of bricks kind of thing. Other than that, I don't think you find any specific sigils here. And it does look like the place has been at some point. Essentially, someone took a hose to it and washed the blood away to the nearest gutter. Actually, with 3 successes, I will say this. Like, the droplets, the height they're at, if someone did then shift into a form that walks on 2 legs, and then either was stretching or trying to shake the blood off their hands or off their face, you could see the droplets ending up there. It is consistent
Interesting.
with that.
Interesting. I'll tell Solomon about this.
Huh.
Like, the bloodstains themselves, they're old, and they're not a discrete object, but it is blood, and blood does hold memory pretty damn well in mythology, so if you wanted to use Spirit's Touch on it, I would let you try it at, say, an 8.
Okay, then let's try it.
Wicked. Okay, you're now bloodbound to Helen.
I don't need to lick it. That's disgusting.
I mean, you don't have pad of blood, but if you did.
Even then, you don't have to lick it.
Not in this edition. Yeah.
True.
Let's see, do I want to spend a point of willpower again? Sure, I will spend a point of willpower. Just so I don't botch. 2 successes.
Okay. You pick up 2 things. From the victim, you pick up a sense of surprise turning into terror, and from whoever did this, you're picking up a sense of power and triumph. Like, that kind of feeling that best translates as congratulations to all service branches involved.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, huh, that's interesting.
Other than that, yeah, mostly what you get is a feel of like that, oh fuck! And yes.
Yeah, I mean, at least, huh.
You know that it's not a actual animal for sure, if that was ever in doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really in doubt.
Not at this point, anyway.
Yeah. It's creepy, scary. Oh.
It has investigation. Shit. Let's see what she. Yeah, she would have just gotten a general feel for the area. Yep, someone definitely died here.
Yeah, okay, I mean, at least triumph and fear, so it's certainly not an animal. Uh,
Yeah. Like the feel of the emotion, it's close enough to your own frame of reference as to suggest that even a animal born were is a little less likely actually, because you would expect an animal to,
yeah.
an animal, unless it's really, really fucked up, generally isn't gonna take pleasure in terrifying and murdering someone like that.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Says the man with 3 humanity, torturing a Hindu woman in the basement for his own advancement.
Yeah, but that's for a reason, not for pleasure.
Right.
It's not casual violation, it's planned violation.
Actually, yeah, no, he doesn't have to roll anymore for that, does he? If we interpret it like that.
Oof. But yeah, okay, so the were tigers were little bit less likely. That would be great if it wasn't a were tiger. That would just be a catastrophic if we ran into that thing. Then again, running into a mage is also kind of a catastrophe.
Yeah, with a mage would probably be worse for vampire than a single weir.
Yeah. Well, then I guess we can still check out the place.
Yeah, you can go there. Ah, yes. So, you drive out of town. It's not too far. No comment. It There's a few scraggly trees here, and takes you a few minutes to find a spot, but it looks like there's kind of a little rise on the side of the road, and presumably the actual crime scene is on the other side, where it's out of sight of any passing cars. And everyone give me perception investigation or perception alertness rolls. Perception alertness in this case, I'm gonna say it's at +1 instead of +2 for reasons. Gonna roll alertness. Asha. Okay. Again. Okay. Jackalor kind of keeps looking at his shoes. He thinks he's might have stepped in something, so kind of distracted. But the rest of you, well, nobody hosed down this area. There's still like this one bit of police tape wrapped around one of the trees, fluttering in the night breeze. And this does not look like a place where someone died prettily. There's been rain since then, but given that everyone got pretty decent successes, like, it's a little harder for Isaac maybe, but you can all make out where there's a spot on the ground that's just a darker shade. And you're all definitely seeing bits of blood spread in, cracks in the bark of the trees. There's certainly stuff left there, and looking around the place, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna have you and Axie make me a luck roll on party's behalf.
Okay, Emperor protects.
Okay. So, looking around, you find another spot not too far off where rocks have kind of been arranged into like 3 rough circles, like irregularly placed. But it's definitely an alignment of some kind. And picking up the rocks and looking at them, probably Tasha that first discovers this, it does look like several of them do have a couple of bloody fingerprints on them that have been distorted while they have been here, but definitely from human hands.
That makes a rare creature less likely.
Yeah, like this isn't necessarily a ritual that you are familiar with, but you know enough about rituals that it could very easily been a ritual that was meant to harness the power of the fresh kill in some way. Like, you have the concentric circles, which were used to either ward out influences or focus power, or both. Clearly, unwashed, still bloody hands, so you have the life force component tying it to the whole murder. And presumably this place is isolated enough that someone could afford to take 15 or minutes or half an hour to do something before anyone realized that, hey, someone needs to have the cops check this out.
What do you guys think about possibly taking a picture and Solomon, if you could, maybe send it over to the Chantry and see if they can find anything similar in the books that they have?
This
Or
is
we need to go
essential.
back.
Like, each circle is just 5 or 6 rocks, and they form an irregular sort of circle. It's like if there were specific symbols here drawn in the dirt or something, they've been washed away since then. So you just have 3 rough circles. It's not a lot to go on while looking through books.
Yeah.
And that is presuming that this is a circle that like a ritual that your clan would be familiar with. You are not exactly up to date on modern mage paradigms and practices.
For all we know, it could be a verbena or something, and that's hardly hermetic.
Yeah, it does look like verbena, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sure does.
Ascension demands sacrifice. Yours. They even have life as their primary sphere, so they can very much transform if they wish. Yeah, this place, you're not sure if the cops missed it, or if it just was investigated and left as is, after they took whatever they could from it. You didn't have any mention of actual fingerprints in your, file, but you can definitely take pictures of the fingerprints. Some of it might be enough to give you a partial print, so you might be able to confirm after you catch someone that was indeed them. But it's not gonna be something you can just feed into a police database and search.
Yeah.
Same thing applies if this was used for magic. Prospect's definitely a thing you can use.
What would be the difficulty?
Let's see, this was one of the earlier ones, so I'm gonna say a 7. In this case. Okay. That is an Auspex roll or discipline roll, so specialties don't exist unless you have a merit, so 2, right?
Yeah, I don't have a specialty anyway, it's like 3-3.
Okay. So you pick up 2 things. The first is kind of a sense of fading shame mixed with elation, like someone's just riding high on life. And the second is just this feeling of someone preparing and focusing inwards and sort of pushing energies down and into themselves and binding them together with just the intention of preparation.
Huh.
You just watch someone spends like 5 minutes looking at a rock intently.
I share my insights.
Tasha just responds with, yeah, that's fucked up. We're gonna kill this fucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should kill this fucker. This is no bueno.
That I can agree with.
Yeah, there's just one little problem. We still need to find the fucker.
Okay. Tasha got 5 successes, so I'm gonna give you this. picks up one of the rocks and kind of puts her hand against it. Isaac, put your finger here. Over the print.
Okay. And I do so.
She pulls it away, puts hers over it. Now that she's pointing it out, you can see it. It actually looks like a relatively small print. It not might be a man you're looking for. Might be a woman.
Huh. That's interesting. I know that laugh. You got it, Yaxi.
The goddess demands sacrifice, boys.
It'll be a bit hard to burn a witch for vampires.
Not for you, actually.
Right. Then again, the banner are like nature, are like forces or life. So, oh god, that could be really awful. That's
Depends on how experienced she is. I'm still running off of that 9. You would know that there is at least a possibility of conserving magic spells for later. Like an emergency. I triggered this now.
yeah.
And with what you sense from this skill, at least part of the power from it might have in some way gone to that. To prepare. Just in case.
So what now, guys?
So we know about what it is, right?
You have a guess. At this point, it's definitely not looking like a weir, so that leaves the possibility of a mage or maybe a fairy of some kind.
You know, if we're dealing with a mage, I have an idea, but it's a very bad idea.
I don't think you know how much the technocrats hate them in character.
No, not that mage. Fuckboy mage.
Oof!
Go ask him, hey, can we borrow a cup of sugar? Also, can you help us with these murders? Or know anything about him?
His eyes go cold. You know too much.
Oh no.
Does mage blood taste different from normal blood?
You haven't tried any.
Are you gonna lick the rock, Jackalor?
Oof.
But yeah, that's my only idea if we want to really confirm is ask the local mage.
I mean, you might be able to get the truth out of him if you all go, and he's not that powerful.
Do we want another firefight?
I mean, that presumes he knows the truth.
I mean, I'm not presuming that he knows the truth. I'm presuming he knows at least a bit about whatever that could make us have a conclusion at least.
I'm pretty sure mages are more solitary than vampires, even.
Also, before we owe something to a mage, it's probably better to wait for the next murder and see if we can't nail things down that way.
I really dislike the idea of letting somebody else die just so we can clue in them.
I mean, what do
Maxie,
we...
you have Auspex running. Give me a perception alertness roll at 7. That's after already taking aspects into account. I think you faintly hear sirens in distance coming from the town.
I can hear sirens.
Well, it seems we don't have to make a choice now.
You spoke too soon. Let's go.
Roll up, gang.
Avengers, assemble.
No, we're Scooby Gang, and you're the Scooby.
Tasha pulls out the revolver, snaps it open, check it's loaded, snaps it closed, reholsters.
Regular bullets, Tasha.
Yeah, it's loaded, it's fine.
Perfect.
I know how to manage my own gun.
Let's split up, gang.
Do I need to shoot you?
I think that was out of character. So, yeah, let's get to the crime scene, boys and girls.
Okay. So, the crime scene. You drive towards it. And, Jackalor, make a luck roll for the party.
Come on.
Omniscient protects. Oof.
Fuck your Omniscient.
Every
Okay.
time.
You pull up down the street. It looks like there's an ambulance there, 2 police cars. And one of the police officers looks at you, looks back, then does a double take back at you, and eyes go wide.
Oh no!
Oh wait, you recognize that face!
Oh no!
Of course it was. I knew this was going to happen.
I mean, the real question is, would we just drive up in there like that?
Just drive him over. That's what Solomon did. It solved everything.
Stop.
Okay. For bravery, he's a coward, good. And aggressiveness, okay. So, he doesn't want any part of this.
Guys, are we step? You know what? Fuck it.
He kind of just nods towards, like, the alleyway on the other side of the street from the crime scene, starts walking towards there.
Good, we can ambush him in there.
He's literally inviting you to talk, you fucker.
Yeah. Let's go. I'm taking lead.
He visibly flinches when he sees you step out.
I'll stay by the car. I suggest just Isaac and Bill go.
Dasha rolls
Okay.
down the window. Hey, Isaac.
Yeah.
Didn't you fucking mind wipe that guy?
It seems like it didn't work enough. I might have to do it again.
Oh shit, fix it.
I will. And let's go.
Okay.
Do this.
He's kind of pacing back and forth nervously in the alley. He sees you approach. He starts fumbling with a pack of cigarettes and a lighter, hand shaking.
I'm just gonna take out my lighter and light it for him.
He, gives it a drag, a second, calms down a bit. Okay, what the fuck is this? Is this like you fuckers doing this?
What's going on over there?
Okay, let's see. It's old Robert, he's like a fucking vet. He was 76, it just ripped him to pieces. I saw his fucking arm in a trash bin.
Anything else?
What the fuck are you doing here? Like, what the fuck are you doing here, you fuckers?
You know, I'm just gonna look to Bill for a second, you know, and sort of signify that I'm just gonna do my thing,
Right? It's just not that.
and I'm gonna turn. It's like, listen, son, listen, son, and I'm just going to dominate 3 him.
And try and
And-
make him forget?
Yeah, my primary goal is to that he didn't see us right now. So what happened. But depends how much I can really get into him. I'd like to see about reverting that night as well.
Those are
but-
gonna be 2 separate roles. Because one is... like, they're too far apart, essentially. Rewriting that night or wiping it, that's like one thing, and then you never saw us, that's a separate thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, you can roll this at 3 because I'm gonna say his willpower's partially drained.
I only have 5 dice. So man, I should have went for the wits, but intimidation was more spicier.
So the first one is for the night, okay? It was
Yeah,
just some kids.
Yeah, I just reverting to that, and then this night that he didn't see us.
Okay.
Yeah, he did not see us.
We have asked who else knew about us, so we could have.
Too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
You can still dominate him to bring you the arm, though.
I was going to just like he's gonna be like out of it. Well, the thing is like, so we dominate him to not see us. Like I'm thinking like dominating to him. Maybe to just like go mind his own. Basically, like to go
Go back to work.
Yeah, just go back to work, mind your own business. Yeah, I'm gonna dominate to him to do that,
Okay, go ahead.
and like just while ignoring us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
he's the best cop ever. He's doing his job so valiantly.
He just nods. Have a good evening, sir. Still smoking, heads back towards the crime scene. Just- Just drops some ash in the middle of the street. Keeps walking, takes another puff.
Let's get back to the others. Well, there's an seems like a vet, 76, was retired. His arm's in a trash can, ripped up. So this is it.
Then go grab the arm.
God damn it.
Can't we just
There's-
bring Solomon as a investigator and then have him
There are
shot?
2 patrol cars and an ambulance there, so that suggests there's at least 6 or 7 people investigating currently.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's quite a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a fresh crime scene. They're gonna try and establish control of it.
And if I just dominated somebody to go look at it, it'd be tough. There is a way, but I'm not sure if we want to risk it. And I'm looking at Solomon with both gleeful and also suspicious eyes.
I'm just saying the arm would have been easy to use.
Well, we can't get like if I dominated somebody to get it, that would be even more suspicious. We could go in there. I can use my dominate and pretend we're investigators, and you can do your thing.
FBI agent Han Solo.
I was actually going to do that with this cop in the alley. Son, we're the FBI. You have no idea what we're on about.
Why didn't you do that then?
I just made it easier on myself. But we can do it now. That wouldn't be wrong.
I mean, the meme.
I know. It wouldn't be wrong considering I was Adolf Hitler. So, what you say, Solomon?
It's pretty risky.
It is. We could wait and see when it disperses and then go for it. How much time do we how much time until morning?
It's early in the night, it's maybe half past midnight. So you have plenty of time.
So yeah, we could wait around until it disperses a bit.
Jackalor probably knows enough about the police procedure to take a guess, and well, actually, give me a intelligence investigation roll, Jackalor.
Sure. Difficulty?
Difficulty 6. This is something you've had a lot of interaction with.
Specialty is analytical for
I'm
intelligence.
I'm gonna let that apply. Essentially, down this small, they probably don't have a full-on CSI department, and this is high profile enough. There's gonna be experts coming in a steady stream from Houston to check this out. All you need is to intercept one of them and, pretend to be them if you want to get someone on the scene.
I'll relay this to the party. Like, we just have to intercept someone and tell them and pretend to be one of the specialists that will be arriving.
Yeah, effectively, there's gonna be a lot of people coming to look at this scene that are probably unknown to this department, and even if they are known, you can just say, yeah, no, I'm from that other department over on the other side of town. That guy couldn't make it tonight.
Yeah, sounds like a decent plan.
Yeah. And I think that should be me and Solomon.
Hell, you could actually pretend to be FBI if FBI isn't coming. At this point, this is like the 6th or 7th person the tiger has killed, presumably, or attacked.
Yeah, but there's a problem with that. We can't go and saying we're FBI because we don't have the FBI badges to open up every time we want to say we're FBI.
You could literally... Like, that's the thing. Probably... Okay. You can intercept a dude that's there, and you could pay for a rush job on altering their ID to fit yours, because Jacklord does have a specific contact for crap like this. It'll probably cost you a couple $1,000 for a rush job like this, but you could get a legit set of ID that's just, been altered to have your pictures.
Yeah, funnily enough, we could even use it for future uses when we want to be FBI.
Yeah. Like, honestly, FBI, that kind of depends on the luck, but you could definitely be crime scene investigations of some kind, so...
Well, yeah. That's more closer.
That's still useful as fuck to have available.
Yeah, whatever we can intercept, basically.
Let's do it then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, how do you plan to stop an appropriate looking car? Ram it from a side street?
Uh,
Actually, Keegan is fast enough that if he burns celerity, he can just yeet through the window and grab a dude as he's driving.
I think that's it's,
I mean, that won't attract attention if we're fast enough.
Or, like, you could literally run up to the car from behind, catch up to it, open it, jump in the back seat, and just grab him from behind.
Can't we just get into a fender bender and then he'll come out and talk to us?
Well,
Exchange insurance?
presumably, like, you're gonna mind wipe this fucker anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Like, the less physical evidence of something having happened, there is the better, essentially.
okay, that's good.
So, fucking up the car is less than ideal. Okay, I need someone to give me a likely luck roll.
Got it. Very fucking likely.
Okay. Good. Good, good, good. So the technocracy has no interest in these crimes yet. Which means you're nice and safe. Okay. So, okay, if you don't have a specific idea of how you want to set this up, we can start by rolling wits streetwise for this to see what you can think of to set up a appropriate reason to get Isaac talking to a dude so you can apply dominate liberally.
This is individual or is this group?
You can do this individually and use the best idea, or you can pull your effects together and try and get as high a result as possible. Either way, this is going to be difficulty 6 rolls.
I have 2 wits, guys.
Same. I'm not rogue.
What's the wits roll? Did you say wits plus?
Streetwise.
Streetwise.
I have 4 dice, so I guess I should lead.
So does Dasha.
Me too.
I think we should just roll individually.
Better chance of someone getting decent.
Yeah. Oof.
Well, 2 is our highest.
Okay, Jacklord thinks that standing in the middle of the road, holding a gun high in the air is a good idea.
Show him dominance.
Kirk, no.
But, it's the middle of the night. You know, if someone is hurt in the middle of the street, they're probably gonna stop and at least, check to see if they need to call an ambulance, because presumably they're public servants. Instead of, just accelerating like some people might.
Isaac calls still. I need to give you a black eye.
What? Dumb.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Tasha reaches up and rips her shirt. Okay. Pulls off her sunglasses. I'm ready.
I actually never questioned because she has sunglasses. What's the color of her eyes?
Roll a 1d10.
We're gonna say brown, speckled with a bit
I
of
want
gold
blue.
highlights.
I want blue.
They're not blue.
She's a dirty immigrant. Of course she's not gonna have blue eyes.
I rolled a 9 for it even.
Come on. Come on, lay it on me, Bill. Just don't break my skull.
Should somebody else then?
Like, we can
I'm
just-
the only one who's female.
Well,
You
couldn't
know how douchebags think. I'll play
I
the
meant
helpless.
I meant in hitting, if you don't want your skull bashed in.
Well, actually, she looks at Isaac. Yeah, she pulls out her gun. You're white.
Oh no!
You have a suit. Tasha's gonna try and pistol whip you.
Oh no! Oh, I'm just gonna say, oh no, as I fucking get hit. Ah!
Ooh, this could hurt.
It is. Possibly.
It's lethal.
I got 2 stamina.
Should have been a vent through.
I take 1 bashing, right?
Actually, it should have been a. Yeah, she was doing this as a bashing attack instead of just trying to club you full on. So we'll treat it as bashing.
Yeah. So now
yeah.
I'm.
That
Oh!
that
Mm.
Yep, that's a good shiner. Now just
My
will a
eye.
little blood. Yeah, I know I split your eye socket. It's fine. Just you need to bleed to make this look good, okay?
If I punch him in the stomach, will he burst blood out of his mouth?
I have another use to that. I guess I'm just gonna blush of life for 1 blood point.
Yeah, no, that's good, but no, will some blood out through the wound. You want your face to be bloody for the effect. Make it look
Fine.
like you've been in a hit and run.
I'll do it.
Yeah, that's good. Subtract another blood point.
I hate. Not another suit. It's going all over. I hate this.
Yeah, that's. Well, I ripped my shirt for the cause, so.
It was a good cause.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna go and lie down over there, keep an eye out, and I'm just going to go. Ah! At the street.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, hopefully, while waiting.
Give
For
me a
them.
manipulation performance roll.
This is precisely why I got performance up.
Anyone who wants to aid in this can to be like, no, Isaac, wake up or something.
Oh,
I'll
need
pass
just
on
wake
that
up.
one.
Difficulty for this, by the way.
This is 6.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Back it for
yeah, this is 6, but this has the advantage of essentially being an easy way to lure someone close while at the same time concealing what's really going on, and there's less chance of something going wrong because someone's presumably going to come up to you to check how you are, and at that point you can just dominate.
So 6 dice is 6. Guys, the Emperor protects. Pretty decent.
I would say that a single person can convincingly aid in this. So if someone has high manipulation performance, you can aid with this, while the rest wait to grab anyone that doesn't come out of the car or otherwise deal with disruptions. Like turning away grannies that are, oh my, has that poor deer fallen down? Did he hit his head?
You got a boo boo, yes, ma'am. Can you
Fuck off,
keep
Grandma.
walking?
He spit!
I have 4 manipulation performance.
I'm not good at it.
I have 4 dice and no performance, so
I guess I'll do it.
So it should. Okay, yeah, that's
Oh my god.
actually.
We have Tasha. Tasha's a female. I could be something.
Natasha's crap at this.
Keegan, in your specific case, for a variety of reasons, mostly that because you don't look cultural, you can substitute your intimidation for this instead, if you wish.
Charisma,
no.
intimidation. Manipulation, intimidation.
Yep.
Same amount either way, but okay.
You guys suck.
Just tell me which option you're going with then.
It's gonna be same either way, right?
Effects might differ, because one is like, I'm trying to rob this guy, or I might have done this. The other is, hey, my dear friend, why did you fall down?
I think I look a bit thuggish enough, so I'll do
Okay.
I'll spend a willpower.
This is how he got shot, officer. Okay.
With 3 successes.
Okay. Who wants to roll luck die to see how good the card that you attract here is?
Should I? I'm the one being. Actually, no. I already rolled a likely luck. Go. Somebody else. Bill.
Because nothing. Luck or likely luck?
Luck. This.
Motherfucker.
Ah.
Okay. Let's see. A 10 would have been straight up FBI.
Can just let this one pass and get the next one.
If they stop or not is not our decision, though.
You know, this is kind of funny. It's it's like 3 guys with trank guns from Animal Control.
No. Cunt.
Just dominate them to go away.
There's 3 of them.
You have enough party that I'm not gonna fuck you over on subduing them, especially given the fact that when one of them tries to shoot one of you with a trank gun, it does nothing.
It's like,
I-
oh, that one was meant for an elephant. What the fuck?
I could just use awe and tell him to faff off.
That just makes them pay attention. Okay. If you wish to throw this fish back, I will let one of you roll like a dominate 2 to get them to fuck off and essentially reset the trap for the next group that passes.
Do you guys want to do it or not? Like, I'm okay with this. We could still probably get in with this. We can even get their suits and trank guns. to
Yeah,
be
they
worn.
do have IDs.
What's the difficulty for the Dominate 2 roll or Dominate 3?
For Dominate 2 roll, it's gonna be a 6, but that's gonna represent the whole cleanup, including, quickly removing any unwanted memories.
So it's manipulation leadership?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll that.
Okay, Jackalore.
Like, this is all you working as a team. Like, one of them is being held by Bell, while, the others are dominating. Tasha's watching for other cards, etc. Teamwork. So, yeah. Okay. That works. Okay. Do you wish to keep the same configuration for the trap? Bill and Isaac.
I'm still hurt.
Okay, then go
I'm-
ahead
yeah.
and reroll your rolls for this at a +1. Because you're essentially trying this again. After a failure.
I got persuasive for my manipulation.
My willpower.
You could just leave him on his own if you wish.
I'll just roll.
Okay.
4 successes, even better.
Given that this also applies to what you do once they start poking you, I'd say it's 5. So, who wants to give me the luck roll to see how good this next car is?
Solomon.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, here goes nothing. I mean, the Emperor protects.
Ah.
You need to step up, right?
Oh, I have a...
Stop with these ideas.
No, this one is good. This is actually the people that get out. Bill, you recognize one of them. It's Jeff from the morgue.
Oh,
And the other is a someone from the coroner's office you don't recognize.
Jeff the Ghoul?
Yep,
Uh,
the Malkavian ghoul, the one that was in the morgue, saying mean things about... What was her name, Jenny?
Jenny. Do we want to redo this again?
We have a ghoul. Well, at the same time, we do have a ghoul.
Essentially,
Can
you can just dominate the guy that's with him and Jeff. Like,
We
he
can
can
explain
back
the
you up.
situation.
You'll only be able to get one guy in. But it's not really... Like, you have a way in that, and you have someone to back you up as you go in.
Yeah, I think this works.
Yeah, this works, and we can just send Solomon in with a sample or something for the place.
Okay?
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, with 5 successes, you're able to just groggily walk them over to like an alley where they try and give you smelling salts while you pretend to be groggy. And they throw mean looks at Bill. Jeff's giving you like a, yeah, I know what's going on here. You have something going on.
Wink.
And yeah, you are able to get him into the shadows and dominate him. What do you wish to do with the on-call coroner?
Well, I mean, we can just can't we just like leave him to like sleep in Jeff's car?
Now, you could alter his memories and tell him that he had to call in sick and someone else covered his shift. For example, like, essentially, what kind of cover do you wish to construct here? Do you want him to just be missing time? Do you want to, how do you want to set this up? You are
I think time is good.
Hmm?
I think time is good.
Just make him stay here until you come back?
I mean, we can fucking just daze him off and, rewrite his memories when we come back and finish. And then do it like nothing actually happened and you continue with the work normal.
Yeah, except that there's already cops at the scene who will remember that the coroner was already here.
Yeah, that's the point.
And also, presumably, you need an actual coroner's report at the end of this to go into the system.
Don't worry, Jeff got it.
I have one medicine?
You can probably convincingly fake it then, with the ghoul's help. Especially as you have auspex. It should be enough to not immediately give it away. Okay, so you're just parking him for the moment while you go and check it out and you'll clean him up later.
Yeah.
Okay, you can
We
leave
can
anyone
just,
to
like-
watch him?
I mean, not all of us can go in, so I'm the one who's like the dominate, so I'm gonna be the one staying behind.
Okay.
I mean, don't most of us have to stay behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tasha says that you're back on, the normal rules, so no one goes alone, and she's gonna stay with Isaac, so you guys should go, essentially. Because, I mean, Kirk, he's a cunt, but he knows the law, and Bill can back them up if they, are getting killed.
Yeah.
We got this.
Okay. What do you do with the, Actually, everyone, roll a 1d10 to see how much like the guy you actually look. He could be your brother, Nyaxi. Actually, you look like a older version of him by about 5 years.
Man, the pictures do make you look older. Looking at your ID.
No, the picture makes him look younger.
Oh. Got those reversed.
His name is Theodore, by the way. You can keep this ID, by the way. It will count like a 1-dot alternate identity, I would say. It won't pass.
Do we have the option to?
If you can give him plausible reason how he could have lost it, yeah. As long as they don't check it in the system, you're definitely gonna be okay. If they, like, this probably has some sort of electronic check code. Because it's, like, from a major city where crime is rife, and presumably there's digitization going on at this time. So, like, if they check it in the system, you're probably fucked once they report it stolen. But as long as they don't, yeah, this is a valid advantage.
1 dot.
As Theodore Bowers. You could actually try and steal this guy's whole identity. I hear it's easy in America.
Theodore.
Just... There you go. You're now a medical professional. Congratulations.
It was never easier to.
Okay. And you could try and bring one more person in. Like, it would be harder with Bill, but you might be able to bring Kirk in. Because he knows how to act on a crime scene. If you do, like, either way, you're gonna have to make a manipulation performance roll. But if you bring Kirk along, the difficulty is gonna go up by +1.
I mean, I will have to spend willpower on it anyway. Since I only have 3 dice.
It's up to you.
I think it would be a bit hard. What do you guys think? Nothing, okay.
I mean, what do you think, Jack? You think you can be a good supporting role?
I think I'd be more of a hindrance than a help, honestly.
Yeah, then let's go normally.
Okay. Then give me a manipulation performance roll.
Does alternate identity have?
Sure, it reduced the difficulty by 1. Or
Like
having
6.
paperwork.
Spending point of willpower. The Emperor protects.
Emperor protects.
4 successes!
Yeah.
They just nod at you as you walk in. Yeah, fucking another one, Theodore.
Sigh.
Looks like the other ones. Looks like it took a big chunk of this guy's chest as usual. Ripped its arm off this time though. That's new. The arm is over there. Blood seems to still be warm. I'm sure you'll determine the time of death better than us, but it doesn't seem to have been that long ago. Someone just reported they heard screaming, and here we are. That was maybe half an hour ago, 45 minutes. Not too long. So, scene hasn't been disturbed. We'll leave you to your work. Let us know if you need anything.
Yeah, thank you.
And, well, what do you wish to do? You have a dead body on your hands.
Let's see. Will have to do the medical stuff, and I will have to do the mystical stuff. I can probably do Spirit's Touch first.
On the body?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that for me at a 4. And actually, as you're coming in here, you can see just the thrumming in the air. There's almost like there's... Actually, I need to check something real quick like. But, fuck it, we'll go with this. It looks like there's sort of hanging in midair like a 3-dimensional... You know how you get cracks in glass?
Yeah.
It looks like it's a black veined crack leading somewhere that is slowly, ever so slowly pulling shut. It'll probably be gone in another hour or two.
Okay, then Spirit Touch is at 4, that's 6 dice. Yep.
Okay. So, your memories kind of unspool, and you a moment later realize, wait, no, this is this guy's memories. And, you know, you're at a bar having a drink. It's sort of a quiet place this time in the evening, and there's this nice woman there you've met a couple of times before. You know, you have your like third beer for the night, and you start walking home. You can't drink too much anymore because, hey, you're getting old and you have to take care of what health you still have. And you know, falling down and breaking a hip would be fucking embarrassing, and all your army buddies would laugh at you, so those that are still alive, so best not to have that happen. So, it's a nice night, and walking like 5-10 minutes, and you realize that someone is following you, and oh hey, it's that nice woman from the bar, and she takes a turn and walks a different direction. You keep walking, you're getting closer to your home, and you realize that, wait, someone's behind you. And you look behind, and hey, it's that woman again. Her smile is looking kind of a bit predatory. Now you figure, hey, this is just a misunderstanding. I'll just go in this here alley and just wait until she goes away, and it'll be fine. I'm just freaking myself out. I'm an old man and being a stupid fucking fart. And you go in there and you sit down, and she stops at the entrance to the alley and slowly turns and grins at you. And you just feel this thrill of, oh, fuck, go through you, and you start fumbling for your old service sidearm that you still keep on you, because fuck it, this is Texas and you have a right to protect yourself. And then you see her grin and start walking towards you ever so slowly. And the shadows just seem to dance around her. And then you just see her smile, and there's like a flash of darkness that sort of ripples out from her and pulls in. And now, instead of a woman, there's a tiger at the mouth of the alley, and she's charging at you. And you fumble for the revolver in a panic. You fall back as she hits you. You get the gun out, but one paw slams on your hand as you are pulling the trigger. And then there's pain, and she's ripping into you, and you see her smile. Last thing you see is her pulling back up and just pulling out what you assume are some of your insides and just pulling them up to her mouth. She's opening her mouth to take a bite. And
Wow.
yeah, you have her face, you have a bar she frequents. You probably don't have her name, but you have a crystal clear impression of it, and you can make me an intelligence occult roll at the 7.
Nope, no idea.
Yeah. Doesn't look like how werewolf creatures transform. So it's not one of them. Could be a mage or a fae of some kind. But based on previous stuff, you know that fae can transform, and that looked... Well, from what you picked up, it should be clear to your character at least that she was toying with him, building up the terror, trying to bring it to a fever pitch, and then only when he was suitably afraid did she actually kill him.
Yeah.
Also cannibalism for some weird reason. That's definitely not okay.
Actually, I remember, like, out of character, a Felang kind that has to eat organs. Or something to that degree.
They do have a nature, I think, that goes for that. And, they're essentially monsters, so I don't think it's too far from any Talane's way of doing things.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a still living victim. Ooh, that's a high.
Okay, then I need to do medical rolls.
Yeah, you can just do a perception medicine here to see how much information you can actually pick up.
Auspex helps?
Auspex helps, and Jeff is essentially gonna... He has enough medical knowledge to fill in any gaps that you actually have, so, you just have your perception medicine dice pool at 4. You're not taking penalties for this being above your expertise.
At 4, okay, so the base was 7.
Oh, wait, you have 3.
Auspex 3 by now, yep.
You know what? Yeah, we're gonna call the base of 7 because you're spending time investigating other things as well. And so you have to rush the medicine part a bit. Okay. Yeah, there isn't any leftover organs with human teeth marks. It does seem like a good chunk of him is missing, so maybe a part of his lung got ripped out that she took with her. But it seems like almost like she used the powerful jaws of the tiger to kind of break through the ribcage and pull him open. And then she might have, taken a couple of pieces that broke free with her. You're not sure if she actually ate any of him in human form. That might have been just for the terror, or she might have done it, but considering what you picked up with the Auspex, it does seem like there's a little more missing than strictly speaking should be. So, yeah, you can, with this, make your report and figure out that essentially she probably took a couple of souvenirs.
Yeah. Whew, that went well enough.
Yeah, essentially, 2 successes, it would have been okay. 3 is like the level of competence they actually expect from you. as, someone who does this for a living. How does Solomon feel after experiencing this poor man's last moments?
I guess somewhat shaken.
Okay. I don't know,
Not that it's...
Redamar. In some paradigms or in some places, it might be coincidental
Yeah, it's like a
magic.
cannibalism instrument in the extended source books.
There might be.
This incident probably, well, isn't that much worse than torturing a Hindu vampire in the basement.
While he is doing the examination, Kirk, Bill, what are you two doing?
I don't even know.
Just chilling?
Keeping a lookout.
Okay.
The creature might be nearby watching. I don't know.
Give me a perception alertness. You too, Kirk.
Jekyll. Huh, what?
What did you want me to roll?
Perception alertness for keeping a lookout.
Woo!
Okay. Jekyll, roll luck die.
Please no.
Oh, Messiah, do not fail me. Holy shit, yes!
Okay.
Oh no.
Issue is we don't know what she looks like in character or anything like
You
that.
don't.
Excuse me, ma'am. Have you seen a tiger running around?
No, I haven't. Follow me into this alley. Okay. Let's see. Say it's like this. Okay. Well, you're not dead. That's always something to be happy about.
Yeah.
Solomon,
Yes?
you're busy with other things and you're giving your preliminary report, but I'll let you make a perception alertness at a 5, and that's with aspects taken into account.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna be enough either. Okay. All seems well. It's not a difficulty so much as a really successful wit stealth roll that I rolled hidden. So on a 10 she was there somewhere, but you don't get to see her. Unfortunately. I know. She rolled all successes on her dice. Actually, I think she doesn't have awareness. And she has no idea there's any supernaturals around. I'm gonna have to look up treasures, because if those give off an aura that they can all see, that might make her suspicious of Solomon, but... That's a separate thing. Mm-hmm. Of course, there's not going to be a convenient link to that. Okay, we'll do it this way. It's from a distance. But it is an item of magic. Okay. Solomon, roll danger sense.
Okay, difficulty?
Difficulty 6. Yeah, as you're finishing your report and officer's just slapping you on the shoulder. Okay, Theo, just go take a smoke break. I know how this gets to you.
Thank you.
You just feel it like a sharp stab. Something is watching you. It's her. She wants you. For whatever reason, she has focused on you.
I sent a text message explaining the situation to the group.
Send help!
And I will stick close to the humans, so
Mhm.
I'm safe while doing that.
Yeah, essentially, your party is close enough that you can make it back to them without being ambushed in the process.
Okay.
They're just far enough to not to be suspicious to the cops, essentially. You can actually give me a second perception alertness roll, this time without debuffs, and she's gonna have to make a second defensive roll, because now you know to look for her actively. Nope. Still don't see her.
Oh, she's good.
She doesn't even have that many dice, she's just lucky.
It's a 5 or 6 then. Or 4, I guess, but that would be a bit low.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to make it back to Bill and Kirk, and yeah, police officer just calls out to you, says that, yeah, no, you can go home, just make sure to write it up and put it through the system as usual. They have what they need for tonight.
Will do. And while going back to the car with the other two, I'm going to explain the situation.
You please do so in character. This is too juicy not to.
Yeah, okay, so my it's like the woman is close and she's after me for some reason. So keep an eye out, guys.
Egan, someone was just saying that the woman is nearby and she's after him.
Can I see anyone?
No.
That description?
You
Oh.
You really didn't. Yeah, you can give them the description, but essentially describing what you saw, please do so in character. This is a suitably good opportunity for roleplay to not waste it.
How did she look?
Physically fit. She was wearing a uniform. The vet thinks she might be like a Coast Guard of some kind. He recalls similar uniforms being worn by the local Coast Guard. She's not too old, somewhere in her early 30s probably. Doesn't know her name. She was just someone he had seen a couple of times.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's a woman like we thought. She didn't look that old, and the guy that's saw her before she died, thought her uniform was like a Coast Guard thing. But no clue what her name is and or why she's after me. But I felt the danger sense trigger. And got the attack was pretty bestial.
Did she transform during?
Yes.
What kind of transformation was it?
It's not a rare creature, but that's all I can say for now.
This is a good start.
Mm-hmm.
See that we can get back to the others.
Yeah, it's not a big town, and I'm presuming you took your car to head back. So you're back at Isaac in about 5 minutes.
Okay, we know how she looks like, and we know the bar at least. And that she's after me.
Aw. How do you know that she's after you?
That danger sense, I don't know why though.
That's interesting.
Solomon, you recall, sly warning,
Yeah, I was gonna
Isaac,
say that.
yeah, then go ahead.
Yeah, since I was just waiting for him to like explain that she had shadows, but continuing in the explanation, Slide did actually tell me about shadows. You think this is it?
There was definitely that kind of stuff involved in her transformation.
Being a La Sombra and this is Shadow, would I have anything additional to know that's maybe more La Sombra based?
Well,
Because I have a bad feeling of the ifs.
how much do you have in
Occult too.
Abyss Bad?
Yeah, I was going to go with. Is it Abyss Mysticism?
If she is a mortal sorcerer or mage or some kind that's messing with the Abyss, you know enough to pucker up, essentially.
Have you ever heard of something called the Abyss? The actual place, not just a word.
I don't know.
It probably got mentioned as one of the planes in passing while you were discussing the options, but you figured this was more likely something to do with dreaming. Then again, who's to say that the darker parts of dreaming don't have a shortcut to the abyss and there isn't some sort of exchange there?
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe she does.
I mean, what should we do about her being possibly around?
Take like her precautions.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how she might be tracking us.
You really don't want to go alone anywhere?
Yeah, naturally.
I think well, we have a lead now. We know how she looks.
Well, I need to write a report instead of the coroner, and we need to adapt his memory so I can keep the ID
Yeah.
if possible.
The coroner who's just sitting there, unable to speak. presumably because he's dominated, just lifts a middle finger to all of you.
Right.
You can't.
Don't worry about it. Let's do that, and we're gonna have to write, I think, a bit of a premature report on our own.
For the prince, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a bit more of on the serious side.
I have every confidence in your ability to make up for your earliest fuck up. Good luck.
Ah!
I mean, more about her getting the info, I think.
Most of
Just
that.
in
Like,
case we get vibes.
let's show the prince that yes, we've learned from our mistake. We will now be sharing information.
We found like an ancient Nefandi bitch, shapeshifter. Help!
This is above our pay grade.
Send people with bullets, not silver.
White
And it's
phosphorus ammo, please.
We can probably lay an ambush for Gabba.
Let's do it.
We can do it. But first, let's write this corner report. One thing at a time, guys.
Okay.
So, you guys have medicine, right? Or like,
Yeah,
I
that
might
was
be.
true.
He got enough successes to put together an appropriate report. You don't need to make extra rolls for it, it's fine.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna mindfuck the corner at this point and be on with it.
Even with medicine, she still doesn't know that you're vampires!
It's just a bunch of hunters.
Oh,
To be
I'm a fairy, obviously.
No, like most. Like, worst case scenario, you're like a half-blood who's been given a treasure. So easy pickings.
I'm really interested what Solomon would have seen with those glasses if he spotted her.
Yep. Okay, well, with you preparing to report on the fucking, I think this is as good a place to break as we're likely to get.
Yup.
Okay. So, Solomon,
Yeah?
lessons, takeaways, moments of personal growth.
It's easier to be a doctor than I thought.
God damn it.
Also, wow, some people really are pretty cruel. Like, even I take a bit of objection to those methods.
A bit.
Oof.
Okay. Jackalor, what about Kirk?
Please leave a message at the beep.
Beep. Jackalor. Oh no, he's away on Discord. He's sleeping.
This isn't D&D.
Keegan.
Okay, I would put that he needs a lesson into the group stuff.
He needs a lesson. Okay, then Hitler.
He needs a couple lessons.
Keegan.
Let's see. I figure out that Oof, I'm not sure. It's a difficult one. Not too much happened this session.
Well, you had a talk with the Gangrel kid who was a lot less hardcore Camarilla than all of you. Weirdly
Nah,
enough.
he's just on the outskirts.
He doesn't know what it's like in the big city.
Exactly.
We can do demis if you need a Another moment to think.
Yeah, please.
Demi?
Yeah, can we do Keegan's while I think?
Can't.
Um, what Isaac has learned is that in the span of 6 months, we become or seven, how many it's been, we become a lot more disconnected than I originally thought after, encountering this other fledgling. It's like, oh, technically we're the same. What the fuck happened to us?
The prince happened. Boot camp, bitch!
We almost died to hunters, to werewolves, to other vampires. A lot of shit happened.
See, she's building her own child army.
Oof.
Okay.
Only cost her one promotion so far.
And it was the sucky one, so.
She should be thanking us, if anything.
Hell, she might already know and be secretly thanking you by not mentioning it.
Rude.
So, Keegan.
Let's see. Bill is surprised by the leniency of the gang grill with how they treat their kids and stuff. Because of, he's just out doing whatever. With him, it was less so with the Bruja, but this is to a bigger extreme, right?
Yeah. But you would also know that the Gangrel are one of the less popular clans. In part, probably because they're a lot more willing to talk with others of their clan, including the enemy. This might be a big part of why they're not well liked and why they're seen as, barely on the camera side at all.
Is that the same with the Nosferatu, or is that just Kale bullshit?
The Nosferatu tend to be mercenary to some extent, but they're better at hiding it, and they are very solely a part of the Camarilla. The Gangrel, they're more like, I'll think about it, suit. And the Nosferatu are, yes, of course, and then they fuck you behind your back where you don't see it happen. The Gangrel will just tell you to fuck yourself. But yeah, okay. That was the moment that Bill realized he's a slave and he should already be in the free state. I think for MVP it has to go to Solomon.
Solomon did the most. Solomon experienced what is death.
Yeah. Maybe I should buy up this someday.
So, actually, let's go through the people who are actually here. What do you think it is? A Nefandi Urbana, a Talane of some kind, or something else? Naxi?
I think. It's a big call. I guess Feline.
Okay. Keegan?
I think it's something else.
Okay. Demi?
I have no idea what an Affandia or Urbana means, so
Verbena is nature witches. Blood guts, that whole thing.
right.
Nefandi is bloodthirsty maniacs that are trying to end the creation. They're like the Bali of the mage world.
Oh, okay. I don't know, to be honest, but I want to say it has something to do with abyss mysticism, but that's about it.
Okay.
'Cause-
All right. Naxi, favorite and least favorite moment.
The Spirit's Touch thing for the veteran was pretty cool. This was my favorite moment.
Okay. Keegan?
I enjoyed the interactions of the Surfer?
Yep.
Is he a surfer?
He was.
Just say fuckboy, we all know who we're
He's
talking
a
about.
fuckboy. He looks like one of those people from Dirty Rich Asians, or what is that show called? Filthy Rich Asians.
Listen, he got a job as a lifeguard and he enjoys the ocean. He's living his dream life. Or was until he got cancer.
Oh. I got to pet the dog. That was great.
Okay. Demi.
Yeah, my favorite moment was definitely the fuckings with the dog. Actually, why do we have trouble sometimes with the most idiotics of things?
We should have backed up when this dog started barking.
I mean, I told you we should go away.
That's mostly, Debbie. I think that was a case of me not pausing the timer as you kept talking with each other and just having the dog take the initiative when you didn't fuck off.
Fair enough. Least favorite moment? Don't really have one for this session.
Okay. So, NPC experience. Lord Thunderbolt.
Oh, that's me.
No, it's not.
Wait, is it? Fuck!
No, that's.
I'm the leader here.
Let's see. One to Curtis Clark, if that's possible.
It is. He has a sheet.
And the other one, Oh, to the Macabian Ghoul, I forgot his name.
He doesn't have a sheet. He's a generic.
Oh,
He's
okay,
a rando.
then,
What? I talked to him,
someone
though.
from last session, maybe?
You did, but he's not important enough to have a separate cheat. Though, well, he is by now. You've run into him twice and had interactions, but he was just, a random fucker I pulled out of my ass.
Let's see. Who was active the last few sessions that I still remember? Oh, the sheriff, yeah.
You want to give one to the sheriff?
Yeah, she kind of deserves an apology gift.
Well, she's certainly learning from dealing with you fucks. Okay, Keegan.
Let's see. Who's? Well, I forget what his rank is called. The Malkavian who works for the prince.
Wilburn, you mean?
Not Wilburn. The one who.
Luther.
Let me.
You mean the
Is
dude
it
with the notepad?
Yes. Was he recently?
I think he was. I think he came over recently. Yeah, you can give him a point.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking of.
The
Who's
dude.
Rainer Ritchie. He's with the prince. He's one of the positions.
Oh, he's the seneschal.
Seneschal. That's okay. Yeah, I can't give it to him, can I?
Let's see. Was he in the last two sessions?
I don't think so.
He might have been at the briefing, but I don't remember. Oh no, he wasn't there when we were at the Prince for the little thing.
Okay, never mind then. Can I give it to the surfer dude?
You can. He's gotten one. He can get another one.
Okay, I'll give him one. And let's just shit.
You can give one to the enemy.
Fuck it. Let's just give one Slight. The little fuck.
Okay.
Or I'd rather give it to Kylie instead. If I can.
Wow, fine, okay.
He shits
Okay.
on people's shoulders. That's rude.
He also burned down Jackalor's apartment. Kylie is where the fuck? She's in Coterie 1, Edge of Tranquility. Disgusting. Kylie currently has 20 XP, getting through murder and mayhem. Right, so that's your two. Demi.
I'd like to give. Is Curtis filled up?
Yep.
Right. I'll give one to Sly because he learned not to go into rushing into stealing McDonald's anymore.
Let me out of this cage! He's gonna get fucked without me!
And for the next person, I'm trying to remember who is active, but let's give one to fucking Arun. If
He's
he
dead.
isn't dead, if he's not dead.
He's not dead, but he was out cold.
Yeah.
We had this talk last session. He's still a valid target for these. Okay, I think that's everything. So 2 XP to Bill and Isaac, and 3 to Solomon.
Okay. I have 3 XP, guys. I have absolutely no idea what to use it on.
We 3, you said.
Yeah, either I was thinking of picking up Investigation 1.
You can. You've done enough investigating that you can pick up the basics at this point.
Either that, Streetwise, or Saving Up. It's like one of those really hard decisions.
I'd let you pick up Streetwise as well.
I'll think about it.
Okay. Everyone gets 1 willpower back automatically.
Yep.
Does anyone wish to make a case for natures? Because you are learning more about a very... Well, there's a creature out there who can ritualize and use death to empower her magics, Nyaxi. I wonder what the Thaumaturge could do with someone like that on their side.
We're not
Yeah.
torturing everybody who has magic.
Who said about torture? A willing cooperation agreement?
Recruit him.
It's maybe possible. I mean, it's good to know that it's possible.
Okay. Any case for willpower?
I don't think I really survived much unless taking care of the cop was something that
Yeah, this wasn't really a shitstorm like the cop. Honestly, I was surprised you went that way because I was essentially offering you what you could have easily turned into a free contact.
boo.
He was not gonna cause trouble.
He's gonna be a good kid.
Yeah, if you weren't gonna fuck up that relationship, he wasn't gonna chew your face off. But hey, maybe it's safer this way. There is a lot of possibility of something going wrong, and this way you don't need to worry about it.
Cool, yo.
Okay, well, I guess that's everything? Okay. In that case...
I have my least favorite moment, actually.
Yeah?
Tasha's eyes aren't blue. Fuck you.
She takes off her eyes, they're clear blue, pulls off the wig. I was of the master race all along, fuckers.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna end the recording
shit,
here.
I don't have my sponsors.
Loser.
Okay,
I
let's
can
end the
make
episode.
one in 3 seconds.
Don't worry, you already said something about no 3 p.m. doing the
3 p.m.
track.
Yeah.
You know, if you too wish for Demi to never forget his sponsors again, you probably need some sort of alert program, don't you? Unfortunately, I can't think of one right now, that's all I have. That's because Debbie betrayed me like a piece of shit.
Have you tried the legendary app that everybody is using nowadays called Alarm?
Yes, try Alarm, that was the very thing I need to be reminded of. With Alarm, you too can never forget anything.
We have various options for you. the one alarm that you put at 8 a.m. or 7, depending when you go to work, or the multi-alarm, when you have an alarm every 5 minutes and you constantly have to keep turning it off. We cater to our people.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna be sponsored by the Windows calculator. At this rate.
If you too want to make sheets with 100% accuracy, use Windows Calculator.
God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. I hope everyone enjoyed this fuckery, and maybe in a session or 2 or 3 or 5 they'll finally kill the boss.